We all make mistakes. Politicians do it professionally. A politician is someone who can shake your hand while both his hands are in your pocket. Liars don't need your trust, they need your vote. It seems suspicious that public office is the only job in which your application includes how you're going to change everything having no experience. The public subsidizes political travel expenses, including Air Force One, which I have no issue with. My only problem is that these politicians return to the United States. We live in a pre-occupational democracy, one in which everyone has a voice and no one listens. A democratic election is the most effective way to remind everyone how small and inconsequential they are. A political conversation with the average voter would make you long for a monarchy. I would vote for a liar over a political optimist. At least a liar is sane. Optimism in the face of contemporary culture is outright lunacy. You can have hope, you can have freedom of speech, but you can't have both hope and freedom of speech. They're mutually exclusive. The only reason we have two parties is so the public has someone to vote against. It's much more compelling than voting for a politician. Vote. Why, is Hitler running? Yeah, exactly. You probably shouldn't be telling strangers to vote. The voting Nazis for 3.5 years straight just complain about how stupid and ignorant the American public is, and then for 6 months go out and encourage those very same people to vote. Why would I vote? I've spent more time thinking about winning the lottery. You know, the lottery, where my odds are better. Your vote counts. Except when it doesn't count. Here's an easy way to gauge whether or not your vote counts. If your vote is covered on the evening news, it counts. Otherwise, probably not. On MSNBC tonight, Speaker of the House on non-accomplishment, Dan McCort, is justifying his veto of the bill to kick him out of his parents' house at the age of 34. I drive a Honda Accord. If you weren't already aware of this, it's probably because it wasn't on the news, because it's not important. It's irrelevant, just like your vote. You know whose vote counted? Lee Harvey Oswald. Senate, from the Latin Senate, meaning political decision maker. A few years after the turn of the millennium, there was this political movement by some irrelevant musicians and pop stars called Vote or Die. I literally could not think of a less democratic way to promote democracy. What were their campaign slogan options? Like, vote for Jesus, vote or die. Or we also have your vote counts even if you can't. Voting is a liability. No matter who gets elected, they're going to end up doing something that would upset Satan. Breaking news tonight on NBC, President F the World orders the murder of an entire boat of Cuban orphans. Spokesperson for the White House, Bill Neverpaid, explains, "We had inside information." They always have inside information. You know what they don't have? Outside information. Some obvious shit, like college loans are unaffordable. Fix that. Or cancer and heart disease are the leading killers in this country. Why don't we budget a few billion towards resolving that as a public health issue? You gotta get involved, Dan. What if Trump goes out there and bans abortions? Bans abortions? You mean if women had no choice, just like me? Breaking news, Trump bans abortions. Oh no, I have no say. Nothing's changed for me. Everyone pretends to know politics. I don't know why. They never pretend to know tennis or know how to ski, but when it comes to politics, everybody's just playing the game as if they know anything about politics when they don't. I've been into many friends' houses. I've never seen a newspaper. In fact, the only people I see with newspapers are homeless people using them as blankets. Dan, do you know who Trump nominated for the Supreme Court? I don't know. Dr. Dre? Jimmy Fallon? No? Well, you got me. Let me guess. He nominated somebody neither of us knew 40 hours ago, yet somehow you're gonna sound like this guy's biographer. A year ago, Bernie Sanders' wife didn't even know Bernie Sanders, and now he's just one name, Bernie. like Madonna. 4.5 years from now, nobody's gonna know him. Expertise doesn't just come and go like a rapist. Politics, the game of politics, it's an entirely different language. Masturbatorily, I'm a conservative leftist. I'm definitely not bicameral. My bowel movements are moderate, and they're followed by checks and balances. I lobby for Facebook friends on the campaign platform that I'd rather not see you in the house. A recent poll shows that I don't need Viagra. My mentality is a battleground state that's not balanced. It needs Medicaid reform. The capital I've never had, but I'm not opposed to change. I support education, but not the Electoral College. I would be pro-choice, but I'm an amateur. As a guy, I'm just a lobbyist. No third term. I would like more jobs in my private sector, in order to form a more perfect union. And I also believe that 9/11 was not a Super Tuesday.